Adam 22 and No Jumper have still to right now the opportunity to truly represent hip hop, and they don't. What they represent is drama, fool. You know, they're like, it's like they've given up on the substance of hip hop. You know, they think that it's more important to highlight the bullshit and the arrogance and the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? When that platform like has such a following, it could be changing the streets, fool. Like it could be building up communities. You know what I'm saying? But nah, instead they air out each other's dirty laundry. Like, come on, dog. I just heard that fool Adam 22 tell one of his hosts, "Oh, you think I'm disrespecting your mom when I paid for her funeral?" Dog, you even say that on air?
Yeah.
I'm fucking killing you, fool.
Yeah, dog. That was.
Don't ever throw that in my face. If you did something for me, bro, like, do it for me genuinely. Yeah. Not to use it as a fucking pawn, fool.
Well, that fool left. That fool left No Jumper.
How could he?
How could you?
Dog, how could you not? Your family's gonna you lose all your self-respect.
But like the like, I don't know if he's acting dumb or just playing for the camera. Like, are you really that dumb that you don't think that's disrespectful to even bring it up? Yeah.
Adam hasn't never been checked, fool.
And he's not even from around here
He's
either.
not even from around here. He's a square from Delaware.
Some fucking Boston and shit, somewhere the fuck out there.
So it's like nobody slapped the shit out of Adam. You seen him when he saw the fight in front of him? Oh my God, dog. My girl wouldn't react like that. I've seen my girl when I fight. You know what my girl does? Squares up.
Yeah.
She's a female. Adam did this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, my dog? Like,
yeah, he's been caught lacking so many times.
What the fuck is wrong with you, my boy? Like, come on, man. Like, but you know, and it's sad, fool, because.
What do you think? Like, because you know, business wise, business savvy, like bringing up creating that platform or whatever, business wise, it's done something pretty amazing, right?
Coming from it's done something great.
Something from a different side of the country, white, you know, not the right race, not a minority, and to build it up, that's great, right? But it doesn't translate to what hip hop's about.
No, not at all.
So why are we holding him accountable to act like someone from the street when he's not from the street? Is it because hip hop is involved?
Well, because hip hop is the blood through those veins and those arteries of that fucking show. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the components that you see right there, okay? As minorities, anytime a white man highlights something that you're doing or glorifies it, you automatically feel like it's accepted all the way. Because historically, we're wired that way. We've always needed the white man's approval, we think, to reach the highest of success. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not intentional. It's just the way that we're wired. You feel what I'm saying? But you can rewire that because your culture is what's allowing this white individual to have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like one of them dudes on that platform needs to just dip on his own and start his own shit. If this dude can't appreciate what's been given to him and the jewels that's been given to him, the opportunity, you know what I mean? Because what does he counter it with? Porn. So how do you expect a man that doesn't have respect or integrity and doesn't honor his own wife's privacy and body and sex to respect our culture?
Also, too, like, that's how much he's most on that. I watched the show, right? Like that fool that he told that to, that I paid for your mom's funeral, that fool smashed his wife before they got together. So I feel like deep down inside, you know, he was like, oh, we're homies. I'm gonna pay for your funeral. Don't let it ever get out. And it finally got out that House Phone smashed Adam's lady before they got together. And now they're officially like, all right, House Phone has his own channel. He left, and then a bunch of other fools still stayed there.
Yeah, but House Phone should have seen that coming.
Yeah,
House Phone's from the streets. He should know. I fucked up boy's girl. I gotta capitalize on this as soon as I can. Mm-hmm. He ain't never gonna forget. Let me tell you something. You ever see homies kicking it with the other homie that smashed his girl, even if it was before them?
Hell no. To me, that's against the law, dog. Like, I would never.
I'm saying, even if it happened, like, let's say it happened innocently. Let's say, for instance, you fuck a girl, you go away for 10 years to prison, let's just say, and when you get out, she's being with your homie. I get it. Life goes on, right?
Yeah.
It's circumstantial. But you're still not going to be with him at every barbecue, fool. It creates a wedge, an invisible wedge, whether you like it or not.
It's weird shit.
Well, it's respect for your girl. You gotta tell yourself, like, at the end of the day, you gotta respect the fact that she had a life before you. It's not her fault. You know what I mean? It's not her fault that both of you motherfuckers were in the same, in her lifespan or whatever. You know what I mean? It happens. It wasn't intentional. Now, if she fucks both of you at the, in the same time period, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and still though, even if it's coincidental and circumstantial, you gotta acknowledge it, fool. You got to, especially if one of them wifes her up.
Yeah, that's the major factor right there.
Yeah, once he wifes her up, have kids with her, like, it's not the same, buddy. No longer is it. Hey, it's all good. Nah, fool. You know what I mean? There's love now behind it, and as men, we're territorial about who we love.
Facts.
You know
I had that argument with the homie the other day. They're like, is it okay for you to get with someone that's already been with your lady, or can you get with a girl that's already been with one of your homies? I was like, nah, dog, I can't do that. I can't do that. Or like, even if I had an ex and one of my homies said, hey, fool, can I smash your ex and shit? But like, come on, dog. Like, you can't. Like, I sound like a bitch saying no, but like, no, dog. Like
why, dick?
If it was my lady, it was just some bitch I fucked, whatever, dog. But that's my girl. You see me around with her and shit like that. Like, come on, dog.
That means they've been plotting even when you were with her.
Exactly. So what else are you looking at that I have that you want?
But that shit shouldn't even. But the fact that we even know all this shit and this topic comes up already tells you like they weren't on their P's and Q's. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they weren't thinking this shit like men. And that's the thing that none of them fools. I doubt, fool, that any of them has got down with Adam head up.
Nah,
off camera.
Well, Adam says that he's not getting down with his homies. Because AD always says, "Hey, I get down with my homies.
I'm getting down with my homies.
I get down with my homies all the time, and
cool.
And then we keep it moving.
Bonding. Yeah, that's what keeps moving.
And that fool says that he's not with that shit.
Yeah, well, Adam's pussy. I mean, no disrespect. He said it. I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The minute you turn out a face from anybody, I don't give a fuck who it is. Mm-hmm. You're pussy, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing wrong with a fight. That's what men do, fool. Men fight since we're little.
Yeah, I got a scar from fighting my own homie, fucking that I rock, proudly.
Got a gang of scars from fighting my homeboys. And I love them to death.
Hell yeah.
To this day, I won't deny him shit. I got an older homie right now in my hood, beat the dog shit out of me when I was like 17. My tip of my nose and my forehead were the same level.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. But he comes around my pad right now. My little kids, that's Theo.
Yeah.
That's Theo right there. My older homie, Tommy's son with that ass whipping, fool. There's always a lesson from any scar, any wound. It's a lesson, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why Adam is the way he is. That's why Adam has no filter, fool. Because he won't get down with nobody.
And there's no one to hold him accountable.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
He has no big homies.
So he's talking about, I don't fight my friends. Nah, fool. You don't fight fools because you think you're better than them, fool.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to jeopardize that thought in your own brain.
Right now when you said that, that's exactly what it is. He's above that.
Yeah, supposedly. He's above that. I ain't fighting you. You're a fucking bum.
Yeah.
Or Lord forbid, what else he really thinks. Mm-hmm. You're a fucking and you're a fucking you know what I mean? Like, come on, dog. And it's just crazy though, man. It's crazy that men are the ones on that platform. You would think that a bunch of females run that shit. My boy AD, he's solid. I hate to.
I'm a big fan of AD.
I hate to No, I know AD. Like I know AD. Like I know him. Do knows I love that kid too. He's a good youngster, and I hate that they're there, dog. And you know what's funny is that when I first came into No Jumper, the homie Lucky from Hoodstocks told me, "Man, why you going over there? Fuck that platform. Mm-hmm. They're exploiting the homie." And I looked at him and I was like, dog, like, I'm just going over there to expand the brand. I didn't really see the depths of what he was talking about because I never really watched the channel. To me, it was just a platform that interviewed rappers. I didn't follow it like that. You know what I mean?
You weren't a big fan of it.
Nah, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that's crazy. Okay, so look, my first encounter with No Jumper was this. I hit up AD and I hit up Dunos. And I was like, hey, because they were doing a podcast on restaurants. Mm-hmm. So I had originally reached out to Dunos and I told Dunos, my boy, how much for you to do a blog on my sister's pop-up? Because my sister sells pupusas, right? Shout out Caritas Pupusas. If I don't say that shit, it's my ass. Shout out to Caritas Pupusas on Instagram. Follow my sister. Yeah. So anyways, the homie told me, hey, we don't do pop-ups. We only do restaurants. So I was like, all right, say less, my boy. I appreciate it. 2 weeks later, Dunos hits me up. He's like, hey, fool, I got an idea. And I was like, what's up? He's like, why don't you and your sister pull up, have her cater the crew at No Jumper, and we'll all do promo for her on our IGs. All of us have big followings. Say no more. I tell my sister, get some pupusas ready. We're going to pull it to No Jumper. So sure enough, we pull up. I feed all the homies. A gang of, I knew fools there, So I feed everybody. Adam comes out from the interview thing reluctant, like, who the fuck is this? I pull up how I always pull up. Bald-headed, Jules, thugged out. You know what I'm saying? and I noticed that he had never seen an essay like me before. And he was a little like, oh, what's up? Shook his hand real quick. It wasn't like, oh, who are you, bro? Nothing too close,
Formal.
right? Yeah. And I did the same. I picked up on his energy, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to come off like a groupie, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? All right, fool, like I'm here for AD and doing those anyways, to be honest with you, you know?
Yeah.
I was excited to see those fools, you know what I'm saying? So we feed the cast, and I take a picture with Adam, and then I leave, dog. I leave and I do my shit, right? And when we came back for the whole American Cholo incident, and he wasn't there, I was like, damn, this fool picked up on my energy quick that first time he met me. Like, he knew, like, I wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying? Not fear, but maturity-wise and intelligence, you know? Like, this fool can see through me. You know what I'm saying? And since that day, I've never seen him again physically, fool.
Yeah, because I think sometimes too, like when someone, I think in his eyes, like if someone fans out in the initial, he goes, all right, I can get this fool. I can manipulate this interview.
Yeah.
Like he's above, like, it's like chess, mental
Yeah,
chess.
yeah.
He's like, nah, this fool's not a pawn, you know?
No. So, but you know, it's like, Lucky was right. Lucky from Hood Stocks was absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't want to talk about Adam like he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? I just think that Adam, he's disconnected, fool. Like, he's so in that laptop and the phone, like there ain't no coming back. He's part of the Matrix. That's the best way I could describe it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us are becoming like that. You know, a lot of people are becoming a part of the Matrix, whether they realize it or not. Like, people are so consumed with seeing themselves on the phone and YouTube. It's fucking, they can't do nothing else.
Yeah, I'm stuck in between a hard spot because, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, he's one of the people that when I looked up to start this shit. But my thing was like, I want to do it, but from like some fool that's from here that knows about here.
Most definitely.
And like keep that ingrained in the culture, like because I see the disconnection, like you said, between him and the people that he has around, and just the way he carries himself. I'm like, this can be done better, you know. So that was one of my things, and why I still keep watching. But it's more like studying the game, see what they move. I know like what kind of cameras they're using, or like pick up on little game and shit like that.
Well, we're not. You know, the thing is this, that as a culture, like, our loyalty is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you'll meet individuals that are with the same girl since they were 16, 15, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, in our culture, that's
Normal.
That's normal. You'll see fools settle down when they meet their first girl and their first kid. In our culture, that's normal. Like, you meet a Mexican or Hispanic, Latino, however you want to describe yourself as, father with a daughter, or like the man is like the fucking, you'll see the hardest man turn to like mush with his daughters, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, our loyalty and our admiration for the women in our culture is huge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we love our women. There's more Mexican mama's boys than I think any other ethnicity.
Facts to this day, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm 33.
So,
my mom's still like, ¿Tienes hambre?
so to me, it's like, you know, it's that ambition in the white man, you know, that he carries. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that to be prejudiced, but who do you see in convalescent home? Nothing but white old men and women.
Yeah, the kids nowhere to be around.
Nowhere to be around, fool.
Yeah, that's the thing my mom says. It goes, whatever happens, just don't ever fucking put me in a home, dog.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Hell no, mama.
Yeah.
Like, you already know what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so, you know, they're you know, that's why culture is important. That's what I always say.
Culture is important.
Culture is important, fool. Like, it's a logged history of how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And what made you who you are. You know what I mean? So we gotta embrace that, and we gotta be proud of that shit. Like, look at George Lopez, funky ass.
I was just reading that shit right here. George's situation with other Latinos.